welcome back. We hope you had a great break. We have a special guest speaker for the first 10 minutes or so of class here. This is Godswill. Well,
Yeah.
my same last name, right? I
Yeah,
hope.
yeah, you can get
Godswill is easy.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Anyway, he is
Sometimes.
he's a UTD alumnus, and he's the person who A, started Comet Con, and B, started the anime club here. So I do want to point out historically, that's the second anime club here. The first one was back in the 90s, and I was the faculty sponsor for that.
Oh, wow.
That was Spoon, Society for
Protection.
Yeah, Society for Procurement of Otaku-Oriented Needs. There's a bunch of guys that were watching anime films every Friday night. They discovered if they became a student organization, student association would pay for their pizza.
Yeah.
So it was anyway. So we're just going to. After he left UTD, he went to work for Funimation for a few years, and what 2-3 years ago,
Yeah.
he's down in LA working for Viz Media, the people you have paid money for to buy the Nausicaa manga. So anyway, so I'm just going to turn it loose to him and let him talk about whatever he wants to. So have at it.
Cool. Thanks for having me. Yeah, nice to meet you guys and to be here and to see that you guys have a whole class for anime. I wish I could have had this back in my day. Now I'm 30 and I'm getting old. So I graduated from UTD undergrad 2014, did my master's here, got my master's in healthcare administration, and somehow landed a job in Funimation. You never know what can happen, right? I guess just be passionate about what you do and, honestly do good work, get the attention. So yeah, Comet Con is awesome to be back here. I actually almost forgot where Johnson was, unfortunately, it's been that long. Comic Con's popping off. I see some of y'all were at Comic Con. And now, I was at Funimation, I'm at Viz now. And I guess it's crazy to think about how far anime has come, right? How old are you guys right now? 20, okay. Was anime cool when you guys were in middle school? Okay. Okay. Was it cool by this time or not yet? Okay. Cool. So you guys still remember how it wasn't really cool yet, right? Well, let me tell you about back in my day, all right? We had to, there was a shelf at Barnes and Noble, and that was the manga shelf, right? And then you're okay, let me see if I can read a little bit about that, right? Are you guys reading manga right now? Yeah. What are you guys reading right now? Hey, One Piece, there you go, nice. Splatoon? Hey, that's good, yeah. I mean, Viz put that up, so I need to check it out myself, actually. Anything else, yeah?
Girl from the Other Side.
Girl from the Other Side, that's cool. I hadn't heard about that one.
It's really cool, look it up.
Okay, I'm about to. How about you?
I was gonna say Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay, yeah, you saw Zero? Nice. Yeah, I mean, the fact that that made $18 million in one weekend, right?
Yeah.
Anime movies are actually now becoming such a bigger point, right? And it's just wild to think about that. I mean, before that, just before Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer and Broly came out, right? Anime movies weren't really yet there, right? They were on the way, but now it's a huge thing, even in this culture, this pandemic culture, right? Where we're not expecting people to come out to theaters, but we're actually out here right now, right? Do you guys have any questions maybe I can answer? I don't know too much about voice acting. I'm not a voice actor, but the business side of things, maybe I can help out.
What was your first anime?
My first anime. That's because I watched anime back in Toonami days, so Dragon Ball Z technically. But if I had to say first anime, where I'm oh yeah, I'm a nerd, I'm choosing anime, that would probably be 7th grade Howl's Moving Castle, really. I went on a field trip to go watch it in theaters, and I was I'm choosing anime. I made this choice about it. You have a question?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, how did you, so you said you had a health science, major, right?
Yes.
What made you choose, anime for your path? How did you go about doing that?
So what happened, at least, what happened was I made the anime club at A3, right? And then we got attention from Funimation and Crunchyroll that time, and Funimation's local, actually. So, they were I was able to do more things with them, and they actually came over to UTD to participate, and I had an opportunity to work with them. They called me up. I was working at a hospital, and they're like, "Hey, would you be interested?" And I guess that's from all the work I had done before, even going out there. Just the networking. I'm not sure if you guys had seen any of the panels, but they talk about how you do networking. Networking is really to talk to people, not, hey, I want a job. What can you do for me? Don't do that. It's more like, hey, I do these things, and you're a cool person, I'm a cool person, and let's be friends. And then, in a more professional way, probably. And eventually they might hit you up, maybe you do something, you have a project that you like actually do, and that shows that you are a capable worker. And you never know. And I mean, why did I choose anime over healthcare? Because it's anime. Why not, right? And now I'm here able to talk to you guys, and that's a neat thing, right? Any other questions? Yeah.
So what's something you're excited about from, you have the inner perspective of what's going on, so what's something you're excited about you can possibly tell us?
Something I'm excited about that I can't tell you, but I probably can't tell you, right?
Yes.
Okay. No, I can't talk about that. Can't talk about that. Can't talk about that. We're gonna be doing something I'm super excited about. Well, first of all, Anime Expo, coming back to anime conventions, right? I am excited. Something that's coming up very soon. Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that.
NDAs are rough.
Yeah, honestly, right? Yeah, I mean, I know you college students like to tweet and text, right? What can I talk about? I am excited for some of the manga that's coming out pretty soon, that we just recently announced. I just read this one series called Don, and we're putting that out, and it's a banger title. Like, it's not really yet known, but like, I think it will blow up. Chainsaw Man, that's something that's coming out pretty soon. Bleach, in October, that's huge, so, yeah, excited about that. You got a question?
I was just gonna ask what your favorite anime is.
One Piece, yeah. And I got a Gundam tattoo.
Are you all caught up on One Piece?
Oh, absolutely. Manga and anime.
Do you read it?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Have you seen it?
Did you read the last chapter?
Like the chapter come, I wait till Sunday, all right? Yeah, I
Have
don't.
you read, 1043?
Yes, or is that the one that just came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Joy Boy, all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's crazy.
Yeah, oh my God, but I'm dodging spoilers just like everybody else. I try to read it legally too, sometimes.
Yeah.
When did you start watching One Piece?
I really started in college, actually. So, like, I remember, like, actually, I joined a fraternity, and then my brand big in the fraternity was like, you gotta watch One Piece. And I was like, I already seen it. Cause I watched it back in the day, like, when it came out on Channel 27, Fox, with the 4Kids stuff. And I was like, I already seen it, it's done. It's not done. Any more time, or?
Oh, we keep going
All
another.
right, cool. I mean, yeah, that's long. Yeah, question? You have a question? No? All right, cool. Questions? Okay.
Just what, I'm interested in, like, because I'm a business major, so I'm just like, business side of anime,
Yeah.
so what did your day-to-day look like at, or not, Funimation?
At Funimation, so I was a social media coordinator at Funimation from 2015 to 2019, and there was a lot. Well, first of all, a lot has changed now since it's been bought by 2 different companies. But it was talking to people online. It was making posts to try to promote series. So we had like 10 series on DVD that was coming out every month. We had a theatrical like pretty much every quarter or like every half year. We had like 20 to 30 seasonal shows too. So I was trying to figure out promotions for all these shows. And then there was a lot of meetings to like try to learn about like all these shows and the importance to the company. It was busy. It was just always like something to say. Sometimes it's creating graphics. Sometimes it's writing to fans. Sometimes it's talking to brand managers in different departments on seeing where a piece of a promotion is, So a lot of production necessary. But then things have definitely changed now that like it's like more structured. Now that it's like a Sony company, and now that it bought Crunchyroll, so Crunchyroll and there's all that going on.
So what are your thoughts on that? Because I saw a lot of articles writing that it could become a monopoly for anime here in the States.
That's a great point. And honestly, like, I'm still very interested in like what that means. A little bit, like for me, being at Funimation is sort of like a little sore, like seeing Crunchyroll take over in a way. It's sort of like, Crunchyroll won, But although at the same time, we're happy. We are happy that like anime is still becoming such a big thing. And honestly, in a way, it's sort of necessary from what I see, like with Netflix buying titles and Amazon buying titles, and also like the sort of worldwide game of everyone trying to get licenses and such. So in order, and also like a huge thing that people have been complaining about for years is where is like one single legal place I can watch all the shows I want to watch, right? So I'm very interested to see like what this will mean in the future, but I'm gonna be optimistic being in the industry. At least I'm not like afraid that they're gonna like take over the other anime companies, at least not yet. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Do you know if there's any efforts being taken to like bring back older anime? Because obviously, like, yeah, you want to get the new shows before anyone else gets them. But like, I watched Wolf's Rain back in like 2014 on Hulu free with ads, and I haven't been able to find it anywhere else. You can't even find DVDs for sale on Amazon that play on American CD players.
Interesting. It should be on Funimation, but at the same time, because like I do remember like there's a big release thing that they did, like a campaign. So check it on Funimation. But for older titles, they are trying to get older titles as much as possible. But I feel like sometimes it's necessary to remind companies, you know, like if there's like enough of a buzz, you know, especially on social media, for some reason it blows up, you know, that could push acquisitions teams to go find these titles. I'm not exactly sure why some things are left in the cracks. You know, I wish that every title was licensed or out there. I wish I had more information on that part of it. Unfortunately not. Also, any questions online too?
Oh, yeah. Let's see, let me look here real quick. If you're online and you have questions, put it in the chat. Okay, one back there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what are like some of like licenses?
Oh yeah, plenty. Like for example, like my first time that like I started going out, was like my first con I went to was Kansas NakaCon. And it was a fun time. It was my first time seeing like the Midwest like really go at it. But then also Nobuo Uematsu was there, like a composer for Final Fantasy music, and we partied together. That was really cool. What's like another side quest? And one big thing that I don't think I'll ever forget was like the red carpet premiere for Broly, Dragon Ball Broly, like where we had a whole red carpet in LA, and I got to talk to a lot of people, and it just felt very surreal talking to voice actors and to staff members, Toei staff too, and just being like, we're here, you know, anime's here, I'm here. This is crazy, bananas, you know?
I've got a question for you.
Yes.
So I was at a conference not too long ago, like over winter break, where some of the panels were talking about the globalization of manga. Like they were talking about like manga bookstores opening up like in West Africa and Senegal. And are you guys going to be involved in a global?
I'm hoping so. Yeah, actually, I'm sort of pushing for that. Actually, like always trying to get it to like more. I've always wanted anime and manga all over the world, no matter what country you are. And I do push for that honestly as much as I can, like whenever that conversation comes up. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for that. Like I love seeing that the world is celebrating this content. Yeah.
And putting it to different purposes, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, like I wish I had some concrete examples, but unfortunately nothing that like but I am at least one thing that I try to do in my job at this is try to tap content creators from all over the world too. So not just in the US, but like literally like every continent as much as possible. Cool. Wonderful. You have a question?
Okay, so we got one question online, but they want, well, another one popped up. They want to know where you were on campus. Where's your office?
I don't go here anymore.
Yeah.
I live in LA right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually just visiting for Comet Con. So, but I live in Garland. I mean, like my family's in Garland.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm from. So whenever I come back to Dallas, I go there.
Right. Well, that was my next question. So where can they get in touch with you? Since you're the social coordinator.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I am on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook too. You can find me there too. It's my full name, Godswill Ugwood Jr. So.
UGWA.
Yep, absolutely. So I usually have like a blue avatar with dreads. Yes.
Write it on the board.
Sure.
We
They're
actually
really
have
cool.
functioning chalk. Yeah.
Well, we, did I put it away? Here you go. There you go. There's.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, and there's another question popped up. What is something you look forward to in Comet Con here while you're here? Well, besides his own talk, which was this morning already.
I was very excited to see like how things had progressed, actually, thank you. I hadn't heard about like what Comic Con was like, pretty much after I graduated, unfortunately. But then also like past COVID, I had actually been worried about like how things had been going. So it's really cool to see it honestly thriving. This new building, the SSA building, I'd never seen it before.
Yeah.
So, it was really cool to see it just like, and also people in cosplay, like it's Wednesday and people are out here like that. I'm happy.
Where was Comic Con originally held? Like, what building?
I believe it was called a conference center. I think it got demolished.
It's the new engineering building over here, the building that was there before, so you're probably too young to have been there. It was yes. It was a new building when I showed up. It was the newest building on campus. And then also in the student union, for a while it was in the student union.
Yes, yeah, the student union, like I walked through it, and actually it's a lot, it feels bigger.
Yeah.
Starbucks, that's popping. Wow.
Relatively speaking.
So, okay, there was another, oh, and somebody's posting that your LinkedIn connection
Oh, yeah,
on,
sure, yeah. Follow me on LinkedIn, I guess, but if you're not really doing much on LinkedIn, I don't like connect with everybody I see on LinkedIn, you know what I mean? So, you can try to follow me. In fact, I feel my phone buzzing, I guess, so. Yeah, like I must be, hitting me up.
Right.
But yeah, follow me wherever. If you say that you're from this class, I might connect with you.
Yeah.
Have you visited Japan and can you speak?
Yeah. Oh, so one, I have been to Japan once. I was hoping to go for the Olympics and then Corona, right? But I haven't once in 2016. I'm planning to go back as soon as it opens up again. Actually hoping to go back this year if things go right, but we'll see. Speak Japanese, I'm learning right now. I took the JLPT N5 test and I passed that, but I wouldn't say I speak it, unfortunately. Like I'm right now like really trying to learn Japanese where I can speak it, so I wouldn't say I speak it. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Cool. Thank you guys.
Well, we got time for
Oh, yeah,
one more question because everything went to sleep here, so I have to restart. So one more question real quick and then we'll let him go on. Yeah.
Did you watch the last Evangelion movie?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, like,
Oh my
perfect way to like cap it off. Luckily, I stayed away from 3.3 until 4 came out, 3.0.1, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I waited and I thought it was perfect. Rewatched it all during COVID and I think it was a perfect way to cap it off.
For real, it's so good. Oh my god.
That's sick.
I'm still thinking about that movie.
Yeah, oh man. I gotta rewatch the whole series one of these days, but yeah, very good movie. Rebuild movie, that's worth that.
Have you heard about the One Piece movie that's coming out?
Yeah.
Oh, it's starting.
Red?
Right, yeah, there we go, with Jason, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
I'm very excited for that. Like, apparently it's a prequel, so,
I think so.
yeah, I'm very excited. More One Piece, always.
Yeah.
Everyone watch One Piece, that's One Piece advice.
So they're reading it, it takes time.
Hey, read it is great, you know? Reading is wonderful. Also download the Viz Manga app, you know? Support the company.
Definitely.
So, well, cool, thank you guys so much for
Okay.
having me. Hope this was entertaining and hope you guys have a good dinner too. Yeah, and then feel free to follow me, that's my name right there.
Okay,
Thank you so much for having me.
take care.
Absolutely,
Okay,
definitely.
I'll talk to you later.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Absolutely, I'll get how to be about you. You know.
Okay.